Good evening. The public comment period of City Commission is called to order. Clerk, call the roll.
Yes.
Mrs. Tackett?
Here.
Mr. Wallace?
Here.
Mr. Rue?
Here. The City Commission remains committed to creating a conducive environment for constructive and productive dialogue and engagement for the community. Those wishing to speak must fill out a public comment card and provide their name and address for the record. A state-issued ID and driver's license must be provided when filling out the card, and only those residing in Springfield and Clark County will be permitted to speak during the public comment period. Comment cards will be accepted up to 15 minutes after the start of the meeting. Those who are determined to have provided false information on the card will not be permitted to speak in this meeting or the next regularly scheduled meeting. We are truly committed to making the meeting an environment where people have the opportunity to share ideas, thoughts, and concerns. While we fully respect the First Amendment rights of all individuals, disruptions or any conduct that impedes the orderly progress of the meeting will not be tolerated. Should any individual be escorted or asked to leave due to disruptive behavior on 3 separate occasions, will be notified that they are considered trespassed and barred from attending future commission meetings. Okay, we'll go ahead and begin with comment cards. Marcia Roth, if you'd like to take the podium, please.
Hi, my name is Marcia Roth. My husband Matt and I moved to Springfield 29 years ago, right out of college. We love this community. I'm a teacher in town, and all of our 5 kids have attended schools here in town. We appreciate all the tireless work of individuals and organizations that serve and help and advocate in our community. The list is very long. 3 minutes is not long enough, but the Nehemiah Foundation, St. Vincent de Paul, United Way, Clark County Health Department, National Trails come to mind right away. Springfield 2051 was a process that was a real blessing to be a part of with my students this fall. We want to thank the City Commission and the Assistant Mayor and the Mayor for all of your tireless efforts in very difficult times. We believe in what you're doing, and we believe in your support and care for our community and all of the residents in our community, and we really appreciate you. Attending the town hall meeting on immigration last month, I was grateful for all those who participated in that discussion and who came together. So Matt and I want to be on public record in saying that we value the gifts, talents, and efforts of our immigrant neighbors. We understand that this commission does not decide federal policy, but we hope that our community will advocate to protect all the vulnerable whenever and however possible. We are not in favor of removal of neighbors who pose no threat to anyone. We oppose the mass and the indiscriminate mass deportation of people. We oppose efforts that support minor children from their parents, including children I see every day in my school. These neighbors came here legally under U.S. protection to escape dangerous situations and sacrificed so much to come here. Those situations are still dangerous. Our immigrant neighbors have taken jobs and paid taxes that have helped our economy grow, and we don't want to see our community lose those gains. We hope that our local law enforcement will assist in those kinds of efforts as little as possible. We want to see our community be able to come together and move beyond partisan division, and we believe that local efforts in the coming weeks and months should not provoke fear, but should show compassion. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Gary Armstrong.
I agree with everything you said. I've been down here because a lot of people didn't like the Haitians because they're black. And I'm against racism in any shape or form. And I think to rip them out would be stupid. And I think the people that are in power know that too, because we need people that want to work jobs. But when you have people that are sitting here that have played both sides of that game, and brought them in and then acted like they didn't know when the people in the town who might be or could be racist objected. That is BS. It is hypocritical. And you know what? I'm just a simple guy that knows being kind to people is what I'm about. If you're courteous to me, I'm courteous to you. You throw a punch at me, I might throw a punch back. But as I've come in here, because we had, as I've said for 4 years, a commissioner, ex-commissioner, that violated all the laws and built the 4-unit across from me. And you people that I've shown the proof of 3 apartments that were online, 4 mailboxes, pictures, et cetera, and none of you did anything except for 2 commissioners. Crystal's gone. I think she's an honest, good woman and hated to see her go. Tracy came on board to replace the guy that built the 4-unit. I see her as an honest person. So now we got a new house. We got a new cast. I'm hoping you 3 guys have integrity and honesty, that want to stand up for the people and not agendas, because the people that I've seen protected is like people that are LLCs, like the former commissioner, that go into neighborhoods and turn a single family into 4-unit. And then I'm told by the law department, we can't do anything. We don't know when it's done. At the same time, and I've told the law department, I like you and I think you're a good person. There are things, legal aspects of our charter that says if you have a problem with your neighbor doing something, we can involve the courts. Well, now all of a sudden, 3 years later, I'm seeing instead of 10 cars parked where there was a single family home, 2 or 4. So something's going on. But the same city hall is the ones that when I complained and gave them the evidence of pictures of 4 mailboxes, which is obvious that they've created 4 apartments, well, we can't do anything. Well, the next thing I know, the 4 mailboxes are gone because somebody here called him and said, remove them, because that guy Armstrong's going, you got 4 mailboxes there. How can you say you don't have 4 units, Mr. Oak? Oh, I almost said his name. That former commissioner that doesn't believe in following the rules. I want good people that care about people,
Thank you, Mr.
that want to
Armstrong, for your
represent
comments.
people, not
Faith-
agendas.
Faith Boslin?
I've been a Springfield resident for 21 years now. This is my first time coming to a commission meeting. I was recently told that for those of us who have been silent the past few years, while louder voices have dominated our community, now's the time to speak. So that's why I'm here. I want to tell you a story. For the past 4 years, my son has played soccer at Springfield High School. And during the last 2 seasons, between 1/3 to 2/3 of his teammates were Haitian immigrants. That's a lot of practice time, travel time, and game time together over 2 years. It was frustrating for them at times. They had different languages and different styles of play, but those high school boys figured out how to work as a team. They didn't hold hands and sing Kumbaya. They were just willing to respect each other. They were willing to learn. They were willing to try. And I can tell you that when the ball went in the net, nobody cared what country that player was born in. It was just a goal by someone who was willing to put on a Springfield jersey and put a point on the board for Springfield. This is a true story, but it's also a metaphor for what Springfield is and what we could be. If you don't know, Springfield's not really a soccer city like Beaver Creek or Centerville. We don't have a lot of kids growing up who love the sport and keep playing it. But these Haitian boys showed up to play, and we needed them. Right now, we have thousands of people who were born in another country, but they're willing to live in this community and work here and contribute here to put on the jersey for Springfield. Economically, we need them. We need points on the board for Springfield. It might be easier if all your teammates are American born, but I know there's a way to make it work. Because if teenage boys can figure it out, so can the rest of us. Quite frankly, and I say this with love in my heart, most of those guys can't even remember to pick up their dirty socks off the floor. I love those guys, but they're not that special. If they can work together across languages and differences toward a common goal, so can the adults of our community if we're willing to try. One more thing, because I think it needs to be said in this current moment. I am a follower of Jesus, but I don't think you need to be a Christian to understand that cruelty is wrong. Ripping families apart is wrong. Rejoicing in another person's suffering is wrong. Changing the rules on someone midstream while they are trying to follow the law is wrong. And I pray that Springfield, my community, is a community that's known for being on the right side of history and humanity.
Thank you. David Rose.
First of all, I want to say thank you to Tracy Tackett, Rob Brood, Chief Elliott, Chief, for all your support this last summer in all of our marches and everything. I want to put this on the floor to you guys. The last city commissioners meeting, you talked about tearing down the executive end. Guns Down Bible Up Ministry want to buy that from the city and turn it into a homeless center. It's going to be a 6-month program where within the first 30 days, they have to have employment and have a bank account and everything. So I'm asking the commissioners, give us a chance at Guns Down Bible Up Ministry to do something productive with that hotel for the citizens of Clark County. I'm tired of seeing the people out on the street, nowhere to go. I'm always out there on the street helping them. And I feel this would be a benefit to them. So I'm just asking the city commissioners, sit down with me and let's come up with a plan together as a whole. It's not a I thing, it's a we thing. And let's get together, work this out, and come up with some kind of solution. Thank you.
David, you can stay there for a second. So let's speak to the executive in a little bit right now. It is beyond repair and would cost far more than it's ever going to be worth to get it back into a livable, safe place. If there could be a better, ultimately a better facility that would be a more able to serve the needs of the displaced individuals, would you be okay with that? If it was a different location?
Yes, but we're the Guns Down Bible Up Ministry. We have enough manpower that we're willing to go in and remodel that whole place and do what we have to do to put it back up, because I'm tired of seeing the homeless on the street.
I guarantee we all agree with that. The facility in of itself was never meant to be a permanent place at that location for displaced individuals. So when it was purchased by the city, it was purchased to offer temporary shelter to those that are in need, families and children, and it did for a while. And then beyond that, it was meant to be eventually used for economic development when another place was identified where we could have a even maybe larger facility, where we could have and even maybe a newer facility, safer facility. Not that that facility wasn't safe, but it was very costly to upkeep and it wasn't very adequate. It was a hotel, as you well know. So I promise that Logan Cobbs and her team and Brian, our city manager, are in conversation trying to identify a place where we can partner with an organization that could actually take care of our homeless situation. But that place is not feasible for future homeless folk individuals. Commissioner, do you have a statement?
Yes, sir. Just to let you know, I toured that facility last week, and for those of you who may not know, I was a firefighter here in town for 26 plus years. That facility is not habitable. There's too much structural damage. There's too much damage, period. I'm not doubting your organization's personnel. I'm not doubting your desire and drive, but the sheer volume of resources it would take is beyond, well, I can tell you it's beyond us. That facility is just not habitable. It honestly needs to be torn down.
Well, I got a organization that's working with me at Furniture Store down in Lower Valley that's willing to supply me the bed, anything I need. Lowe's, I got Lowe's and Home Depot on board with us about donating material to us.
If you can just keep those opportunities open, and like I said, I mean, I love the fact you have a ministry that wants to serve the homeless individuals, and I want to keep that going. But this particular address is a non-start, but there is future opportunities, and I think that your ministry is going to be needed with those future opportunities.
Because on Christmas, we served 400 people on West Main. On New Year's, we turned around and served 700 people on West Main Street that had nowhere to go. We gave them food, we gave them blankets,
Thank you for doing
gloves,
that.
everything.
Just so you know, we're only talking about that address. Your ministry is super important, and anybody that is genuinely serving the displaced individuals in our community, we need them. We need multiple folks who are caring about people who are down and out to help them. So thank you for doing what you're doing, Gary. Appreciate it.
Commissioners, too, I want to remind on that facility, so there was an RFP at one point, a request for proposal on that facility to be utilized for those services. There was one proposal submitted. Ultimately, that was turned down. And so the city does have legal liability if we would then just turn around and award that to another agency. And so that also prevents it, not only the state or condition that it's in, but also that legal liability the city would face turning that in. But I will say, I made the comment, I think it was the last meeting, about we do need multiple providers. We need multiple agencies that are working. Right now, there's Sheltered Inc. and there's the Salvation Army warming shelter that's operating, but we need more than that. And I know that the county, the city, and other partners are working through a longer-term plan, and would love you to engage and be involved in that with your ministry, because we do need multiple ministries and partners and agencies that are willing to help step up and serve, and that's identifying locations and all that. So let's use this to work together on that same mission.
And Gary, we've got your contact information. We'll make sure that our community development department has that again, okay? I know you've been up here a few times, but we've got your information, okay? Peg Foley?
Good evening, and welcome new commissioners. It's nice to see you up there. And a thank you to all of you for your service to this community. We greatly appreciate your time and your effort and your sincerity to help all members of our community. In a perfect world, every child would have loving parents and family, safe home and neighborhood, nutritious food and quality education, and opportunities to succeed in work. And I hope this for every child in Springfield. Whether that child's parents are U.S. citizens or whether they're immigrants who have come to Springfield seeking a better life. As we know, temporary protected status is set to expire on February 3rd, and it appears the federal administration does not intend to extend that, and many of our immigrant parents will be at risk for being detained and deported. And I have great concern for these adults facing these threats, but I must say I have even greater concern for their children. And I'm asking myself, what can I do to help in this situation? And I know that there are many community groups and individuals working to help these families. But also, I'm just asking the city commission, I know that you're aware of this, and whatever you can do to work cooperatively with our county government, with our Department of Job and Family Services, with the state, with the federal government, just whatever efforts you can do to help protect these very vulnerable children, I would greatly appreciate. And if you have any information to share on these efforts at this time, I would appreciate that as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, that concludes, let me see here. Yeah. Is there a motion to adjourn comment period?
So move.
Second.
Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Ricketts,
Yes.
Mr. Rigsby,
Yes.
Mrs. Tackett,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace,
Yes.
Mr. Rue.
Yes. Thank you. The formal meeting for City Commission is called to order. Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Ricketts?
Here.
Mr. Rigsby?
Here.
Mrs. Tackett? Here. Mr. Wallace?
Here.
Mr. Rue?
Here. Please stand for the invocation and the pledge. Father, thank you for the opportunity to govern this city. I ask for your peace in Springfield. I ask you to give us wisdom as we make decisions tonight. Just ask for the peace and safety of our kids and our vulnerable community and the citizens of our community. In your name, amen. Pledge allegiance.
The United States of America, and to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all.
Is there a motion to approve minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Wallace?
Here. Yes.
Mrs.
Sorry.
Tackett?
Yes.
Mr. Rigsby?
Yes.
Mr. Ricketts?
Yes.
Mr. Rue?
Yes. Clerk, would you go ahead and proceed with first readings by title only?
Providing for the issuance and sale of notes in the maximum aggregate principal amount of $17,622,000 in anticipation of the issuance of bonds for the purpose of paying the costs of various public infrastructure projects. Authorizing the purchase of one IBAK Panorama camera truck of the latest model year available from Brown Equipment Company for an amount not to exceed $681,760.81 through Sourcewell pursuant to the Sourcewell Contract Purchasing Cooperative Program in accordance with the provisions of Section 9.48 of the Ohio Revised Code. Authorizing the city manager to enter into Amendment Number 1 to the CDBG subrecipient agreement with the Conscious Connect Community Development Corporation for open space improvements to 4 community parks to extend the period of performance to January 29, 2026, and confirming and approving related expenditures incurred from November 19, 2025.
Thank you. I'm going to ask the city manager to go and explain these readings.
Yes, Commission, I'll talk to two of the items and then I'll ask Ms. Eviston to answer about the bond anticipation notes. The first one, the purchase of the Panorama camera truck. This is a sewer camera truck as part of our sewer program and the ability to TV the lines. This Panorama truck will come online. It will be the second sewer camera truck we have. Actually, with all the projects work going on right now, the need for a second one is apparent, but also the other one is due to phase out in 2 years. So we'll be able to use this 2-year overlap period to determine long term is it necessary, because this Panorama truck 2 is supposed to be more efficient and quicker in its ability to camera our lines. And then the 26824, as it relates to the CDBG subrecipient agreement, this is extending that agreement that was put in place back in actually in 2024, at the end of 2024, with Conscious Connect for the work that they do throughout the community, and extending that period by a little bit to be able to cover some of the additional expenses that they incurred for that project that have come in after the completion date there.
And Commissioner, speaking to item 007-26, this is the city's annual note issuance, which reissues prior debt and adds new funding. That prior debt was previously approved by Commission. This totals $17.62 million and supports critical infrastructure projects, including water and sewer improvements. It also includes our advanced metering infrastructure replacement program that's happened over the past several years, and the Thompson Avenue Fire Station, the portion that was not funded by American Rescue Plan Act dollars. The 2026 note includes new funding, $1 million each, for that advanced metering infrastructure in both water and sewer. In total, the breakdown for the $17.262 million is $4.39 from the water fund, $9.73 from the sewer fund, and $3.5 million from our general fund or permanent improvement fund for that Thompson Avenue Fire Station. Again, that was previously approved. The city continues to work with its municipal advisor and bond counsel through the OMAP, which is the Ohio Market Access Program that is provided by the state treasurer's office to leverage the state credit rating to ensure more favorable interest rates. To date, that has saved the city close to $155,000.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Other comments from commissioners on first readings only? Commissioner Raisby?
With the purchase of the IBAC panorama camera truck, is there an opportunity for a local manufacturer that we have to provide a chassis for that?
Unfortunately for this truck, no, there's not.
Thank you, sir.
Other comments from the public on first readings only? Hearing none, we'll continue with second readings.
Amending the zoning map of Springfield, Ohio by rezoning 6.72 acres located at 0 Selma Road, Springfield, Ohio, from Springfield Township R1 Single Family Residential District to City PIE Institutional and Educational District.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Are comments from commissioners? Mr. Ricketts?
This is for the new,
CPC?
yeah, CTC.
This is actually property that the city of Springfield owns. It's located in the vicinity of CTC, and it was actually through that CTC zoning that we uncovered that it was still under a township zoning. So if you're on John Street specifically, there is a retention pond or detention area, as well as we have sewer infrastructure in that location or on that property. And so we're just bringing this up to be consistent with a city zoning classification. But it is in the vicinity of that CTC zoning.
Thank you. Other comments from the audience? If you'd like to go to the microphone, please. Just state your name for us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Catherine Baldridge. I'm a little confused because it says it's Springfield Township, but you said it's in the city.
Yeah, so typically in the past, when properties were annexed into the city, whenever this area was annexed, it would retain its township zoning. So that's why you see the Springfield Township R1 zoning. And so we are bringing it consistent. It's annexed, this property's been annexed in the city. It's owned by the city of Springfield. We're just bringing it to consistency with Springfield zoning classification. So it retained, whenever it was annexed in, it retained that township zoning. So that's why you're seeing Springfield Township zoning, because that's the jurisdiction it was in previously.
So this isn't a new,
This is not
No.
an annexation.
Okay.
It's not.
I live in Springfield,
Yes.
Springfield Township, that's why I'm.
Yeah,
interested.
no, this is not a new, this isn't an annexation. This property's been there for quite some time. Again, with the CTC rezoning, it was discovered that this property was inconsistent and did not have city zoning classification.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Armstrong?
What exactly did that mean that the city owned the property? What are the details? When did they become owner of that property? From who and what price?
I'm uncertain when we became the owner of that property. I can get that information for you, Mr. Armstrong. Again, it's used as a retention area in that location. We do have some sewer infrastructure that also runs through that property, but I can get you the additional
When you say
information.
retention, you mean retention pond?
Retention, yeah, detention or retention,
Well,
yeah.
But when you guys talk about it, it's really important whether we just achieved it because we bought it from our buddy over here
Right.
and paid $10 or $100,000. When you leave out details, you leave out the truth, and that's what I've found in 4 years. Here a lot.
Mr. Armstrong, I want to make sure that you know when an ordinance like 179, or actually go back 25725 comes before us, there's several documents that's available online. It's not just these 2 or 3 sentences that explain exactly what's going on. So there's a lot more details within that explanation of what we're voting on. I don't want you to think that we only see this small paragraph and make a large decision like that. But it's a fair question you have.
When I ask for law requests for information,
Yes.
I've been referred to a segment of our meeting
Right.
that didn't answer a damn thing
Yeah.
about what my question. And I call that, when I answer a question, I'll give you every part in every way of the truth of it.
So every part of the truth that you would need to see this ordinance and to see its passage is available in detail, multiple pages on our website. This is an agenda for a business meeting. This does not contain the 40 pages that that particular ordinance would have.
Why don't we give a little more
It is-
information?
It is available
on
on our
these
website.
statements right here about it, instead of just saying, well, yeah, we're going to do that, and leaving out important detail. It's in the details about everything
I
I've
agree.
learned in life.
Thank you for your comments. We'll take a vote, please.
Mr. Ricketts?
Yes.
Mr. Rigsby?
Yes.
Mrs. Tackett?
Yes.
Mr. Wallace?
Yes.
Mr. Rue?
Yes.
Authorizing an amendment to the billing services agreement with Acumed Billing Incorporated for medical billing services and accounts receivable activities to update the contractor's legal name to EMS Management and Consultants Incorporated, and confirming and approving related expenditures incurred from October 1, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there comments from commissioners? From the audience? Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Rigsby?
Yes.
Mrs. Tackett?
Yes.
Mr. Wallace?
Yes.
Mr. Ricketts?
Yes.
Mr. Rue?
Yes.
Authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract for the demolition of 325 West Columbia Street with Tony Smith, doing business as Tony Smith Wrecking and Trucking, for an amount not to exceed $98,900.
So move.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Would you describe to us what we anticipated the budget amount to be and then what we're actually accepting?
Yes, for demolition, when we were preparing application for the state of Ohio, because we have requested a grant or have applied for a grant that is competitive with the state of Ohio to help or assist with this demolition, we received an estimate of roughly $160,000 to demo it. Asbestos abatement in the realm of $10,000 to $15,000, and then there's certainly junk and trash clean out as well. We actually received a number of bids, which was good to see, and this company came in at the lowest of the 98.9, so significantly lower than that original estimate that was utilized for the grant application. And then we do have out on the street right now RFPs for asbestos abatement and also for junk and trash clean out.
So when we're taking bids, it's our obligation to taxpayers to take the lowest and best bid. Is that right?
Yes, lowest and best.
Okay. The comments from the audience? Clerk, call the, oh, ma'am, would you go to the microphone, please?
You need me to state my name
Just
again?
your name again, please.
Catherine Baldridge.
Thank you.
I'm just curious what the city is the plans are for that property.
The plan is to market it for sale, and it has actually been marketed for sale for some time. We've unfortunately have not had a deal done yet, but we think clearing the site and marketing it that way will make it more marketable.
Thank you. Clerk, call the roll.
Now, I had a question.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Armstrong.
That didn't tell me too much more than when I talked about details, 98,000. You talked about we had this bid for 10 and went in versus 5 or whatever. That's good, doesn't tell you crap. Tell me what the building is, what the structure, what's in it. Give me the details so I can understand what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, Mr. Armstrong, first off, this is the second reading for this, which means this is the second time we heard this. 2 weeks ago was the first time. Once again, this particular ordinance has multiple pages of details that I encourage you to find and look at. This is,
I'm just
just a
asking
minute,
you, what is the building
Mr. Armstrong,
today?
just
What
a
is that
minute.
building?
I'm going to tell you, it's the executive end. It is, the address is right there, 325 West Columbia, okay? And Mr. Rose brought up it previously that we talked about in the last meeting, and we were going to vote on it tonight. Mr. Armstrong, all the information that you are saying is not available is completely available. And before you come to meetings and make these comments, I encourage you to go through each ordinance and read through the multiple pages of documents to fully inform yourself that when you come before us, you actually have those questions
That's
in
not
hand.
transparency.
That is absolute
that's where you put off
transparency.
people
I'm
and
not
say,
going to
"You gotta
argue with
read
you
our book
anymore.
that we put
Sir,
out."
you can step aside. Thank you so much. Clerk, call the roll.
Mrs. Tackett?
Yes.
Mr. Wallace,
Yes.
Mr. Ricketts,
Yes.
Mr. Rigsby,
Yes.
Mr. Rue.
Yes.
Authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract with the Shelley Company for the 2026 North Murray Street paving CDBG project for an amount not to exceed $497,035.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Other comments from commissioners? From the audience? Would you please go to the microphone and state your name?
I want to reduce everything down to just get it out, get it in, get it out. I like it when my dad explained things to me.
Okay, let me explain this to you. We are paving streets. This money is to pave streets.
What streets are you paving?
It is 2026 North Murray Street paving project. This is the second reading we've had. This was brought up on the first readings.
When I come to a meeting, I expect to hear it, not to be told
It was read to
to
you
read
twice.
online.
That was the
stuff.
last time you get to speak in an ordinance. Right now, you've had 3. Thank you. Other comments from the audience? Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Wallace,
Yes.
Mr. Ricketts,
Yes.
Mr. Rigsby,
Yes.
Mrs. Tackett,
Yes.
Mr. Rue.
Yes.
Authorizing the city manager to enter into an amendment to the contract with Windstream to provide for telephone services at the new fire station located at 50 North Thompson Avenue, to increase the contract in an amount not to exceed $1,584 for a total amount not to exceed $164,676.52 for the 3-year term.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Other comments from commissioners? From the audience? Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Ricketts,
Yes.
Mr. Rigsby,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
Mrs. Tackett,
Yes.
Mr. Rue.
Yes.
Confirming and approving change order number 2 to the contract between the city and Kinnison Excavating Incorporated for the Brook Hollow Drive and Redbud Lane Water Line Replacement Project to decrease the contract in an amount not to exceed $24,830 for a total amount not to exceed $437,170, and to extend the completion date to October 6th, 2025, authorizing the city manager to execute said change order number 2 and declaring an emergency therein.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there comments from commissioners?
And I'm just curious, is this a lower cost on materials or
Yeah,
what?
so this is a final change order, and it has a variety of ups and downs, 10 total items. The bulk of where the savings came from was the contractor was able to bore as opposed to open cutting for the line, so we didn't have pavement restoration, sidewalk restoration, curb restoration, because they were actually able to bore those lines.
Thank you.
Comments from the audience? Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Rigsby,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace,
Yes.
Mrs. Tackett,
Yes.
Mr. Ricketts.
Yes.
Mr. Rue.
Yes.
Confirming and approving supplemental appropriations within various funds and declaring an emergency therein.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. You want to speak to these a little bit, Ms. Katie?
Certainly, Mayor and Commissioners. So this action is related to 2025's budget. As we finalized expenditures in 2025 and processed our final payrolls and year-end entries, we bring back these final numbers to true up the budget for 2025.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Comments from the audience? Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Wallace,
Yes.
Mrs. Tackett,
Yes.
Mr. Rigsby,
Yes.
Mr. Ricketts.
Yes.
Mr. Rue.
Yes.
Providing for supplemental appropriations within various funds and declaring an emergency therein.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there comments from commissioners? From the audience? Clerk, call the roll, ma'am. Okay, this will be your third too, but you're welcome to go.
I'm Catherine Baldridge. I'm just curious how this one is possibly different than the first one that Katie just explained to us.
Yes, Ms. Katie?
Certainly. So the previous one, 005-25, was related to 2025's budget. 009-26, which is this item, is related to 2026. So when commission approved appropriations or the budget for 2026 back in December of 2025, they can only approve the budget up to the cash that we expect to receive in the following year. That is sent to the county, certified with the county in May via our OSER or Official Certificate of Estimated Resources. We have to wait until the close of the fiscal year, which was December 31st, in order to carry over our prior year cash balances to fully appropriate that budget. Does that make sense?
It does. It
Okay.
does. Thank you.
You're very
Because
welcome.
I couldn't understand.
Certainly.
Clerk, call the roll.
Mrs. Tackett,
Yes.
Mr. Rigsby,
Yes.
Mr. Ricketts,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace,
Yes.
Mr. Rue.
Yes.
Confirming purchases and obtaining of services for the city and providing for payments therefor and declaring an emergency therein.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Ms. Katie, you want to go ahead and explain here, please?
Certainly. So just a reminder for commission and the audience, a moral obligation is incurred anytime that the city is obligated to pay for a good or service over $100 where a purchase order was not previously issued. We have more of these as it relates to year end because we pay all of our utilities out of an internal service fund. The goal of that internal service fund is for it to balance at $0. And at the end of the year, we cannot have a purchase order in place that would mean that unencumbered cash balance would be negative. So that requires us to cancel all of those purchase orders in December, which means there were not purchase orders in place for our utilities, which then makes them moral obligations that commission has to approve the payment of. You're very welcome.
I'm going to ask a question, and in no way is it meant to be sarcastic. Can you spend any money on behalf of the city without having a document and a trail of information why we're spending it that way?
No, Mayor.
Okay, so if the public, any of the public, not to mention, you do get audited, we get audited on a regular
Certainly,
basis.
yes.
But if the public wants to have a list of these expenditures, we can provide that. And
Certainly.
they are available online.
Yes, they can reach out via public records request or reach out to my office. My email is kateevanston@springfieldohio.gov. You can call me directly at 937-324-7619. But every purchase that the city makes has a paper trail. And that starts with a budget and appropriations that are approved by this commission. And then based on the dollar threshold for that purchase, that's whether we're bringing a contract back to you for approval or we're requiring quotes or competitive bids.
Yeah, and it's the beginning of the year, so we vote on this every meeting. There's these appropriations or things like this. So it's just good to explain that again and what we're doing here. But and then we go over these things on a regular basis. So but thank you for explaining that. Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Rigsby,
Yes.
Mr. Ricketts,
Yes.
Mrs. Tackett,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace,
Yes.
Mr. Rue.
Yes.
We had 3 items added to the agenda. Appointing Kevin D. Sanders to the Civil Service Commission and declaring an emergency therein.
So moved.
Been moved and seconded. Comments?
Mr. Ricketts,
Hang on. Is there any comments from commission other than thank you for being willing to serve, Mr. Sanders? Comments from the audience? Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Ricketts.
Yes.
Mrs. Tackett,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
Mr. Rigsby.
Yes.
Mr. Rue.
Yes.
Consenting to the appointment of Greg Rogers to the Clark County Convention Facilities Authority Board of Directors and declaring an emergency therein.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. The comments from commissioners? Thanks again. This is his second term in that? Yeah.
This is the second. Yeah.
Continuation, yep. Comments from the audience? Clerk, call the roll.
Mrs. Tackett,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
Mr. Ricketts.
Yes.
Mr. Rigsby.
Yes.
Mr. Rue.
Yes.
Consenting to the appointment of James B. McGregor Jr. to the Clark County Convention Facilities Authority Board of Directors and declaring an emergency therein.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Mr. McGregor, I believe this is the first time he served the city in a role in a board. And also Mr. Sanders, who's a retired firefighter, first time they've served the city in this type of role. So appreciate them for stepping forward as well. And there are applications that our clerk can make available to served the city in these various roles. And all you have to do is email our Jeffers at springfieldohio.gov, and you can have an application, and then we have that on file when one of these opportunities come available and you want to serve on one of the many 30-some boards that we're a part of, you can do so.
And the application is available online as well, and a good listing of those boards and commissions that we have appointments to are also spelled out and kind of talks a little bit about what they do and the services they provide.
This is one of the ways Commissioner Wallace got involved, is he served on a couple boards before he ran for office.
And so I will say, you definitely get a lot of tutelage on cases and ordinance and different variations that are already here with the city prior to it getting here. So it was definitely a big help.
Comments from the audience? Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Wallace?
Yes.
Mr. Ricketts?
Yes.
Mr. Rigsby?
Yes.
Mrs. Tackett?
Yes.
Mr. Rue?
Yes. Okay, any announcements or acknowledgements from commissioners? Mr. Tackett?
I have 3 tonight. I want to give a mention, as we've heard in the commission, especially in recent months, the pickup of the residents facing real challenges when it comes to finding affordable places to live. We know it's a crucial topic for our community, and I believe we can work together to address it. One helpful resource I'd like to share is findhelp.org. This website is designed to connect people with assistance programs that can help them navigate housing insecurity. It's an invaluable tool for anyone looking for support in these tough times. I also want to remind the citizens, and if you're looking for something fun to do, please check out the community calendar at thegreaterspringfield.com. It's a wonderful way to stay connected and what's happening local and support local initiatives. And then one last update from the shelter at Salvation Army. I spoke with Amy from Nehemiah Foundation, and they have a real need for food, like help with food. And she would like it to be, she kind of put a challenge out there that she would like to secure 10 restaurants or 10 groups to provide food for 80 people over a 10-week period to get them through this time period. If you're interested in that, I'd be more than happy to connect you through that. So that's my email is ttackett@springfieldohio.gov. And again, that is to help our warming shelter here through the Nehemiah Foundation initiative.
Which is open when it is below 32 degrees.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then if it is a polar vortex where it's in single digits, it's open 24/7. And they'll need additional help and meals when there is a very cold snap. Very cold snap. Other announcements or acknowledgements from commissioners? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Ricketts?
Yes.
Mr. Rigsby?
Yes.
Mrs. Tackett?
Yes.
Mr. Wallace?
Yes.
Mr. Rue?